This chapter talks about appearance of Lord Varahadev. In the beginning of Bhagavatam, the sages of Naimisharanya put forward 6 questions. Gradually, the answer to all the questions became Srimad Bhagavatam. The first question was Shaunakrishi asked Suta Goswami, "O Suta Goswami, please explain to us in an easily understandable way what you have ascertained to be the absolute and ultimate good for humanity." There are many Vedic literatures are there which can be learned after a long period of time. It's not so easy for us to understand all the Vedas, Upanishad, Puranas, which are very vast. Therefore, please select the essence of all the Vedic literature and explain to us so that we can get benefit. Essence of all the scriptures. The third question is, why did Lord Krishna appear as a son of Devaki and Vasudeva? We want to hear about the pastimes of Lord Krishna. Vayam tu vitipyama uttama shloka vikrame yachrinvadam rasajñānam svādu svādu pade pade. We never tire of hearing about the pastimes of the Lord. We are always eager to hear the pastimes of the Lord. Anyone who has developed a relationship with the Lord, he can relish the pastimes of the Lord at every step, every moment. So sages of Naimisharanya were very eager to hear the pastimes of the Lord. The next question, what are the different adventures the Lord performed in his Purusha incarnation, like a Mahaviṣṇu, Garbhodakashaya Viṣṇu and Kshirodakashaya Viṣṇu. These are the 3 Purusha avatars. How they created the world. How they created the world. The next 5th question. We want to hear about the Lord's pastimes, different activities of the Lord in different incarnation, Leela Avatara. So this 5th question, activities of the Lord in different incarnation, is explained from the 3rd canto, 13th chapter onwards. This one question, the 5th question, answer to this 5th question is the rest of the Bhagavatam. And the last question, since Lord has departed for his abode, he is not there now, whom did the religious principles have gone for shelter? These are the 6 questions put forward by the sages of Naimisharanya. The first answer to the first question, in fact, both the 2 questions are combined together. Suta Goswami explained, the essence of all the dharma, all the religions, savai pumān parodharmo yato bhaktir adokshate. Haituki apriteta e atma suprasidati. The ultimate real dharma is to render service unto Krishna without any motivation, without any interruption. Constantly, one should engage in devotional service. This is the essence of all the Vedas, Upanishad, Puranas, everything. And the last question, Krishna is not there now. Whom do we take shelter? The moment Krishna has left for his abode, Srimad Bhagavatam was born. Those who have lost their vision due to the darkness in this age of Kali can take light from this Purana. This Purana is none other than literary incarnation of Krishna. It was compiled by Vyasadeva, who is also incarnation of Krishna. Therefore, one should take shelter of Srimad Bhagavatam. The third question, is answered by Suta Goswami in the 10th canto about Krishna's pastime. And the 4th question about adventures of Puruṣavatara. Let's explain the 1st canto. And the 5th question, that's the main question, Lord's activities in different incarnation. It's explained briefly in the 3rd chapter of the 1st canto and 2nd canto also. And from 3rd canto, from this chapter onwards, is explained beautifully, fully, completely. So in the day of Lord Brahma, there are 14 Manus appear or rule the world, beginning with the Swayambhuva Manu. So Lord performs pastimes in different manvantras. The first one is called Swayambhuva Manu, then second one is called Swarochesha Manu, then third is Uttama, fourth is Tamasa, fifth is Raivata, sixth is Chakshusha, seventh current Manvantara is Vaivasvata Manvantara. There are next another seven Manus are there who will be ruling. So in the 7 Manus, the past 7 Manus, the Lord appeared in different manvantras. During Swayambhuva Manu, Lord appeared as Varaha, then Yajña, Naranarayana, Dattatreya, Kapila, Prithu Maharaj, Rishabhadeva. These are the different incarnations of the personality of Godhead who appeared in Swayambhuva Manvantara. Then next 2 Manvantras, there is 4 incarnations described in the Bhagavatam. The 4th Manvantara called Tamasa Manvantara. Lord appeared as Hari to deliver Gajendra elephant. We know the story. Then 5th Manvantara, there is no incarnation, is described, activities of the Lord in the 5th Manu. And 6th Manvantras, there are many incarnations of the Lord appeared. Again, Lord appeared as Varaha. Varaha appeared twice, during Chakshusha Manvantara and Swayambhuva Manvantara. Similarly, Matsya. Matsya also appeared during 2 Manvantras, during Swayambhuva Manvantara and Chakshusha Manvantara. So Lord appeared as Varaha to kill Hiranyaksha in the 6th Manvantara. Then later Narasimha appeared, then Kurma, then Dhanvantri, Mohini Murti, again Matsya. These are the different incarnations appeared during Chakshusha Manvantara, the 6th Manvantara. And in this 7th Manvantara, current Manvantara, Lord appeared as Vamana, Parashurama, Ramachandra, Balarama, Krishna, Buddha, Chaitanya, going to appear, Kalki is going to appear. These are the different incarnations of the Lord in the different Manvantras who performed pastimes that will be described by Suta Goswami to the sages of Naimisharanya, because they want to hear. They were eager to hear about the transcendental pastimes of the Lord in different incarnations. So the beginning of creation, Lord Viṣṇu created Lord Brahmā and gave the task of creation, because Lord Brahmā is meant for creation. Then he begot 4 Kumaras in the beginning of creation. And the same instruction what he received from the Lord, he gave this instruction to 4 Kumaras. However, the 4 Kumaras, they refused to follow the order of the Lord. They don't want to get entangled in the materialistic life, begetting children, maintaining them. They were absorbed in the Bhagavad Dharma and devotional service. Therefore, they don't want to beget children. They refused to follow the order of Lord Brahmā. When Lord Brahmā saw his own children refused to follow his order, he became very angry. As a result, Lord Shiva was born from his forehead. Then he told the same instruction, my dear Shiva, get married, beget children, and fill this universe. So he got married, he begot children. These children of Lord Shiva and grandchildren started devouring the universe, different parts of the universe. At last they went to Lord Brahma's abode to devour Lord Brahma himself. And Brahma said, Lord Shiva, stop your creation. Then he was seriously contemplating, because every attempt he made to create the progeny, to fill the universe, becomes futile. He was seriously contemplating. Then he begot 10 sons, third generation. Marichi, Atri, Angira, Pulastya, Pula, Kritu, Bhrigu, Vasishta, Daksha, Narada. These are the 10 sons created by Lord Brahma. Then later he created a daughter called Vak, girl. When he saw his daughter was very beautiful, was attracted. Although he was foremost living being, nevertheless was attracted by the material beauty of his own daughter. He started running towards his daughter to enjoy. When this act was seen by his sons, headed by Marichi, they were shocked to see. And they addressed their father. Oh father, you are the foremost living being. You are the spiritual master of the entire world. How can you perform such act? Your act will be followed by people in general in the future. So they were shocked to see Brahma's going to perform such a heinous act. When Brahma heard this from his own sons, he felt very much ashamed. Then immediately he gave up his body. And accepted one more body. In that life, such life was not forbidden. After accepting one more body, Lord Brahma was seriously contemplating how to fill this universe. So when he was contemplating, two personalities came out from his body. One was Swayambhuva Manu, one male and female. The male was Swayambhuva Manu, the female was Shatarupa. When they came out of the body of Brahma, Manu and his wife Shatarupa, both of them with folded hands, offered their due respect to Lord Brahma. And Manu asked, my dear father, please tell me, what can I do for you? How can I render service unto you? Whatever is possible for us within our capacity, what is possible for us to do, please tell us, order us. We are eager to render service unto you. So when Brahma saw his son Manu was asking, please give us order, he was very much pleased to see such a obedient son. If any son goes to father and asks, father, please tell me what can I do for you? Naturally, any father will be pleased. Brahma also was pleased. And Brahma said, my dear son, I am very much pleased with you because you have surrendered yourself unto me with full heart, expecting me to give an order to you. Therefore, I bless you. You have all my blessings. Now I ask you to beget the children in your wife home, exactly like you. Since you are obedient son, you are devoted to the religion, should beget the children like you and rule the world according to the direction of Shastras. Engage in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In this way, everything will be happy. Everyone will be happy. This was the instruction of Lord Brahma to Manu. It's a duty of a son is to follow the order of a father. A father should be religious and should be Krishna conscious. Then a son can receive the order and follow exactly. The father is not religious. If the order is not in line with the direction of the Shastras, then son should reject the order of father immediately. There is no sin on the part of a son. If he rejects the order of a father, if the order is not in line with the Shastra. Suppose a father says to son, go and kill that person and loot the money and bring. Should a son do that job? No, he cannot do. Sometimes we see in the paper, we hear a boy get married to a girl and father-in-law will ask so much dowry from the girl's side. The girl's side, they may not be able to give the dowry as the father-in-law asked. Father-in-law asked, burn your wife, put a petrol and burn your wife because they are not giving money. He cannot execute the order of father religiously. Should reject because it's not in line with the Shastra. So father should be religious, then a son can execute the order of father. Otherwise one can disobey the order of father. So duty of a father is to make his children Krishna conscious. Every human being must know the codes of dharma. Unless he knows the codes of dharma, how can he direct his children? So therefore the duty of a father is to make his children Krishna conscious and make sure they are liberated from the cycle of birth and death. This is the duty of a father. Otherwise he should not accept the duty. Otherwise he should not become a father. Rishabhadeva says, Gururu nasasyad, svajano nasasyad, Pita nasasyad, janani nasasyad, daivam nasasyad, na patisha sasyan, na moche ya samupeti mrityum. If one cannot deliver, is dependent from the cycle of birth and death, he should not accept the position of spiritual master or husband or a father or mother or worshipable demigod. If a father cannot deliver his dependent, his son, then he should not accept the position of a father. Similarly, if a spiritual master cannot deliver his disciple from the clutches of birth and death, he should not become spiritual master. A father may not deliver a son, just like Hiranyakashipu. He could not deliver because he was a demon. Nevertheless, Prahlad, devoted son, he was able to deliver his father because of his devotional service. If a son cannot deliver his father, he cannot be called as a putra. Putra means a son. Son's duty is to deliver his father. If he cannot deliver his father from the cycle of birth and death, then he is called the mutra. Mutra means urine. Both putra, mutra comes from genital of a father. Same source. Putra and mutra is the same source. If a son does not become a devotee, is not able to deliver, he is no better than urine of his father. Waste product. What? Urine is like a waste product. A son, if he cannot become a devotee, does not deliver his father or mother, then is a waste product of his parents. Therefore, a son's duty is to become Krishna conscious. Even if the father is not Krishna consciousness, a son should become devotee of the Lord. When Hiranyakashipu was killed by Lord Narasimha because Hiranyakashipu gave a lot of tortures to his own son Prahlad for being a devotee of Lord. He wanted to kill him in many ways, but he could not kill because he was protected by the Lord. At last the demon was killed. Prahlada underwent a lot of tortures, turmoil in his life due to being the devotee of Lord. So Lord Narasimha was pleased with Prahlad Maharaj. My dear Prahlad, you underwent a lot of tortures because of you being my devotee. I am very much pleased with you. Please ask any benediction you want. It's my pastime to fulfill the desire of my devotees. So Prahlad Maharaj said, my dear Lord, I am not rendered service unto you expecting some benediction from you. I am not a merchant. It's a merchant who gives something and takes something. So I am not rendered devotional service unto you expecting something return. I don't want anything in return. Please don't ask me. Please don't tempt me. Nevertheless, Lord further asked. So he asked, my dear Lord, still you are asking me? Please engage me in the service of my spiritual master. Okay. Further, Prahlad Maharaj asked, please deliver my father, who was envious of you, always was offending you. Please deliver him. So Narasimha said, my dear Prahlada, because you are my pure devotee, as a result, not only your father's father, his grandfather, great-grandfather, 21 generations liberated already. This is the duty of a son, like a Prahlad. Even though father is not Krishna conscious, son should become Krishna consciousness in order to give benefit to the entire family. Then he is called a meaningful son, a putra. In connection with this, we can discuss about the son of Yajati named Puru. How he received his order, received the order of his father Yajati. There was a Shukracharya, Brahmana. He had a daughter named Devayani, and there was a king called Vrishabharva. He had a daughter called Sarmishta. Both Devayani and Sarmishta were friends. One day, within the palace, they were walking along with their friends. They saw the water body. So all the girls, Devayani, Sarmishta and their friends, they want to enjoy the water, so they removed their clothes and kept on the bank, entered the water body. They were playing in the water. At the time, Lord Shiva was passing through. As soon as the girls saw Lord Shiva was passing through, they were naked at the time. So immediately they want to cover themselves. They came to the bank and they took some cloth and covering their bodies. The Sarmishta, by mistake, she put Devayani cloth. Devayani was a daughter of a Brahmana. Sarmishta was a daughter of Kshatriya. Accordingly, their position is lower than Devayani. This irritated Devayani. Devayani became very angry. She blasted Sarmishta. How dare you put my cloth? By acting this, you are like a dog. She compared Sarmishta to be a dog. Sarmishta, although she was gentle, nevertheless she is also short-tempered. She became very angry after hearing this word, short word from Devayani. She also criticized Devayani by saying, you beggar, Brahmanas are beggars generally. You beggar, you come and stand at our doorstep expecting, give me something arm. You are like a crow. You are like a crow. Come to our doorstep expecting some food. You people depend upon us for your maintenance. She blasted Devyani and removed her cloth and pushed into the well and went to her home. She was within the well. At the time, Ayati was hunting in the forest. He was looking for some well to quench his thirst. When he came to a well and saw there was a beautiful young woman who was without dress, immediately he gave his upper garment and lifted Devyani with his own hand. Then Devyani said, although he was Kshatriya, Ayati was Kshatriya, said, since you accept my hand and you can become my husband, let me not be touched by any man other than you. Of course, although I am a Brahmana, daughter of a Brahmana, I cannot accept a Brahmana for husband because I was cursed by Kacha not to have a Brahmana husband. Devyani, who is Kacha? Kacha was the son of Brihaspati. Shukracharya was a spiritual master of demons. Whenever there is a war between the demigods and demons, there will be a death on the both sides. Since Shukracharya knew the art of Mrita Sanjivini, he can revive the dead warriors of the demons. But there was no one who knew the art of Mrita Sanjivini from the demigod sides. Therefore, the demigod selected son of Brihaspati, Kacha, and sent him to Shukracharya to learn the art of Mrita Sanjivini. So he came and was doing menial service and to Shukracharya. The demons came to know that the demigod sent Kacha to learn the art of Mrita Sanjivini. Somehow, before he learns this art, let us murder him. So once Kacha went to forest, he was taking the cattle, cows for grazing. So at the time the demons cut the body of Kacha and killed him. And he did not return home. Devayani, because she was a daughter of Shukracharya and Kacha was staying in the house of Shukracharya, somehow Devayani developed some intimate relationship with Kacha. And she was waiting for Kacha's arrival. Became late night. Kacha did not return. And she went to her father and said, Kacha has not come. Became late. Then somehow by his power he understood that Kacha was killed. Cut the body into pieces by the demons. Then he said Kacha cannot come because he was killed. Devayani said, unless Kacha comes, unless I see Kacha, I cannot become peaceful. I cannot survive myself. She was desperate. So in order to pacify, to see his daughter alive, Shukracharya, knowing the art of Mrita Sanjivini, brought back by his power Kacha back to life. When the demons saw their attempts became futile, they were thinking how to murder this Kacha once again. So one day Kacha again went to forest. This time the demons burned the Kacha to ashes and brought the ashes and mixed in the wine and gave to Shukracharya. Shukracharya was not aware, and Shukracharya drank this wine. Then later Devayani was expecting Kacha's return. Kacha did not come. Again she went and asked, I want to see my Kacha, otherwise I'll give up my life. So by his mystic power, he came to know, he understood, Kacha has gone inside his body. Who? In Shukracharya's body. So how he has to come out now. He told, it's not possible. Who? Shukracharya said to his Devayani, it's not possible, Kacha is inside my stomach. If he comes out, I will die. She was adamant, no, I want my Kacha back to life. So, understanding the situation, Shukracharya said to Kacha, my dear Kacha, I will teach the art of Mrita Sanjeevani to you. Once you come out of my body, I will die. Then you should revive me back. So, Shukracharya taught the Mrita Sanjeevani to Kacha, who was within the body. Then later Kacha came out of the body and Shukracharya died and Kacha brought back Shukracharya back to life. The purpose of Kacha coming to the house of Shukracharya is to learn this art. Now he learned the art and he want to go back to his place. At the time Devayani came and said, my dear Kacha, since I have fallen in love with you, please marry me. You are shocked to see this, hear this word. You are the daughter of my spiritual master, therefore you are my sister. He dropped a bombshell. Devayani was shocked, heartbroken. Today you are living alive because of me. And you are giving me pain by telling me, sister, whatever the Mrita Sanjeevani you learned from my father, it will not work. She cursed. The purpose of your coming is to learn and go away. No, this power will not work for you. So then Kacha said to Devayani, you will not have a Brahmana husband. You will not get a Brahmana as your husband. Then after that Kacha said, this power, this Mrita Sanjeevani will not work for me. If I teach this art to somebody, it will work for them. It will not work for me. When he teaches to others, it will work for them. So he returned. So Devayani was reminding Yati that anyway I will not have a Brahmana husband, because there is two kinds of marriage. One is called Anuloma and another is called Pratiloma. Higher caste male can marry a lower caste woman. That is called Anuloma. That is allowed in the Shastras. The lower caste man cannot marry a higher caste woman. That is called Pratiloma. That is not encouraged in the Shastras. Since Yati was a Kshatriya, lower compared to a Brahmana, she was a Brahmana who, Devayani, it's not encouraged in the Shastra. But he was not willing. Nevertheless, by seeing the beauty of Devayani, somehow he agreed. Both of them went home. Devayani went and told her father about what Sharmishta did. And Sharmishta went to her father, Vrishabharva, and he explained what happened. When Vrishabharva heard that how she insulted Devayani and pushed her into the well, became very unhappy. He knew that Shukracharya will come and curse me. I'll be finished. So he wanted to pacify Shukracharya because he's a Brahmana. Somehow he went and fell at the feet of Shukracharya and began to massage his feet and begged apology on behalf of his daughter. Then Shukracharya said, okay, I will not curse you. But your daughter must follow the order of my daughter Devyani. Vrishabharva agreed. Then Devyani said to Sarmishta, when I get married, you must come with me as my maid servant along with your associate. So in due course of time, Yajati got married to Devyani. So Sarmishta had to go as a maid servant of Devyani along with her friends. At the time, Yajati was warned by Shukracharya. Shukracharya said, my dear Yajati, you should not sleep with this Sarmishta at any point of time. Because Kshatriya can have relationship with not only with his queens, even the associate, a maid servant of his queens, he can associate, he can engage in sense gratification, he can beget children, the womb of even the queen's maid servant. So knowing the principle, Yajati was warned by Shukracharya, you should not sleep with the Sarmishta. So they were, Devyani and Yajati was very happy, they were ruling their life. Later Devyani became pregnant, she gave birth to 2 children, Yadu and Turvasu. When Sarmishta saw her friend became a mother, she approached Yajati, my dear king, I too want to become a mother. Please enable me to become mother. Yajati was in dilemma whether to follow the order of or the warning of Shukracharya or execute the religious principle of Kshatriya. It's a duty of a Kshatriya. If any woman approaches Kshatriya to enjoy, Kshatriya cannot refuse. He has to enjoy. He has to fulfill the desire. This is a duty of Kshatriya. He was in dilemma whether to follow the warning of Shukracharya or to execute the religious principle of Kshatriya. Later he took the risk of following the religious principle of Kshatriya. He impregnated Sarmishta. When Devyani came to know that Sarmishta became a mother, she gave birth to 3 children, Dhruyu, Anu, Puru. When Devyani came to know that Yajati begot children, the womb of Sarmishta, she became very angry. She packed everything, took all things in suitcase, went home. Explained everything to father. So he followed Devyani, Yajati. When he went to Shukracharya became very angry and blasted Yajati. You lusty, you fool. I warned you not to beget children in the womb of Sarmishta. Nevertheless, he disobeyed my order. Therefore, I curse you to be attacked by old age invalidity without fail, immediately. It was like a big shock for Yajati. He was a very young youth and he did not expect such a curse from Shukracharya and said, my dear Brahmana, please rethink of your curse. I am not sufficiently enjoyed with your daughter who is very young. Please reconsider. At the time, Shukracharya thought, oh my God, I cursed Yajati, but actually it affected my daughter, Devyani. Generally, a wife wanted to see her husband always young. Now, how can my daughter can see her husband very old, invalid? At the same time, he cannot withdraw his curse and he gave one benediction to Yajati. You can exchange your old age with somebody who is willing to give his youth. Yajati somehow was pacified with these blessings, benedictions of Shukracharya. So directly he went to his eldest son, Yadu. He said, my dear son, Yadu, please take my old age and give your youth to me. Because I have not enjoyed sufficiently with my wife. I want to enjoy a little more time. Therefore, take my old age and give your youth. Yadu said, my dear father, at least you enjoyed for some time. I have not enjoyed at all. How can I give my youth to you? Unless one enjoys, he cannot attain the platform of renunciation. Therefore, I do not welcome your old age. Sorry. He turned down the request of his father, disobeyed the instruction of his father, because he wanted to enjoy his personal life. Then he went to second son. He too said the same thing. Went to third son. He too said the same thing. Fourth son, he also said the same thing. At last, he had some hope. He went to youngest son, Puru. When Puru saw father very old, invalid, at that time Puru said to his father, my dear father, if a son acts by anticipating his father, what he wanted him to do, is a first class son. It means a son should execute the order of father even without father is asking him. A son should execute the order of father even without father asking son to do it. It's a first class son. A second class son is who acts after receiving the order of your father. Father says do this, he will do. It's second class son. A third class son is who acts irreverently, is not willing to do, not happy to do, but he will scold me, he will not like me. Okay, I will do. It's a third class son. A fourth class son is one who refuses the order of a father. Is a fourth class son. Is no better than a stool of his father. Is no better than a son who refuses to follow the order of your father is a no better than a stool of your father, is a waste product of your father. So when Puru gave his youth to father and accepted his old age, Puru was very much pleased. Later he enjoyed with his Devyani, his wife, for many thousands of years. Nevertheless, he was not satisfied. One day he was frustrated. He called his son Puru and he took back his old age and gave his youth to Puru. At that time, father was so pleased. Yajña was so pleased with the act of Puru. And although he was the youngest son, Puru was the youngest son, nevertheless he made him the emperor of the entire world. Although his eldest son Yadu should become emperor, because his son, youngest son, Puru, pleased his father by following the order of father. Therefore, Yajña made his youngest son as the emperor of the entire world and put all the sons, including Yadu, under Puru. Therefore, although Krishna appeared in the dynasty of Yadu, he could not become emperor. Whereas Yudhishthira Maharaja appeared in the dynasty of Puru, he could become emperor. Even Krishna had to report to Yudhishthira. It is because of following the order of a father. Father was very pleased. Therefore, he acquired the position of becoming emperor. If anyone pleases the order of the superior, he becomes very powerful. I have not completed much, so I'll take a few more minutes if you don't mind. So one has to follow the order of superiors. There are many case examples are there in the Bhagavatam. How by following the order of superior, one becomes powerful. Parashara was son of Shakti. Shakti was devoured by one of the demons, Rakshasas. Parashara became very angry to see his father was devoured by demons. The father of demons was, Pulasya was the father of the demonic race, descendants. And Parashara began a big sacrifice in which to burn all the Rakshasas, demons in the sacrifice. So began big sacrifice. The intention is to kill all the Rakshasas because his father was killed by one of the demon. So when he was performing the sacrifice, Vaṣiṣṭha, the great sage who is well respected among the sages, he appeared and said, "My dear Parashara, please stop this sacrifice. Don't do this sacrifice." So at the time, Parashara thought, the demons are so made to devour the men and animals. That is their nature. I am a Brahmana. The duty of a Brahmana is to forgive and forget. Why should I withdraw my quality of forgiveness? So he stopped. He forgave the demons. He stopped the sacrifice after receiving the order from Vaṣiṣṭha. This act of Parashara pleased to Pulasya. Parashara could have killed all the demons. Nevertheless, he forgave on the order of Vaṣiṣṭha. Pulasya was very much pleased and said, "My dear Parashara, I am very much pleased with your act. Therefore, I bless you. You will become the foremost speaker of the Puranas. You will become the foremost speaker of Puranas." He blessed Parashara. Parashara later he spoke the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is the foremost Purana. The Bhagavata Purana was spoken by Parashara to Maitreya. Later Maitreya is giving the same Bhagavatam to Vidura. In this chapters we can see. In fact, Maitreya is giving this Purana what he learned from Parashara. This chapter what we are discussing, Maitreya learned from Parashara. And later he described this Purana to Vidura. So just by following the order of authority, he became most important personality. Similarly, Prithu Maharaj was performing hundreds horse sacrifice. When he was performing his hundreds horse sacrifice, Lord Indra came, disguising himself as a sannyasi and stole a horse which is meant for sacrifice. When Atri Muni saw this, pointed out to Vijitāshva, Antardana, son of Prithu Maharaj, that Indra, this sannyasi, false sannyasi, is taking away the horse. He started chasing. Son of Prithu Maharaj started chasing. When Indra saw, he left the horse and disappeared. And he brought the horse and gave to father. And again he was performing. Lord Indra created dense cloud, which was dark. And once again, Indra came and took away the horse. Again, Atri pointed out this to Antardana. Antardana started chasing Indra. And Indra left and ran away. And took the horse and came and explained to Prithu Maharaj. When Prithu Maharaj heard this, Indra is doing his introducing irreligious practice, he became very angry. He wanted to kill Indra. He took his bow and arrow. He was about to shoot at Indra. At the time, the Brahmanas who are performing sacrifice, "Oh, king, you don't kill. We are performing sacrifice. We chant the name of Indra. When he comes, we'll put him in the sacrifice. You don't kill, we'll kill him." So, because he is your enemy. So the Brahmanas are chanting mantras. So Indra was falling, want to put in the sacrifice. So at the time, Brahmā appeared and said to Brahmanas, "How can we kill Indra?" You are performing sacrifice to please the demigods. The demigods are part and parcel of Indra. How can you kill Indra? He is one of the most powerful representative of Lord. You cannot kill Indra. So then he turned to Prithu Maharaj and said, my dear Prithu, why you want to perform 100 odd sacrifice? If you perform, Indra somehow will misuse his power. He will introduce all kinds of religious system and stop the sacrifice. Better don't do the sacrifice. Stop. Enough. 99 sacrifice enough. You are already liberated. What need is there for you to perform 100 odd sacrifice? You are already liberated soul. Stop. So Prithu Maharaj stopped performing his 100 odd sacrifice because Lord Brahmā said, at the time Lord Brahmā said to Prithu Maharaj, my dear king, we should know one thing. If any reverse happens by providential arrangement, we should accept it without any counteraction. The more we try to counteract such reverses, the more we enter into the darkest region of materialistic thought. So one should not try to counteract any reverses. This was instruction given by Lord Brahmā to Prithu. After the Prithu stopped, Prithu did not argue with the Brahmā. Oh Brahmā, I am doing my duty. You should tell Indra not to steal ours. Why are you telling me to stop performing sacrifice? He did not say. He simply accepted the order of Brahmā, although according to our viewpoint, Brahmā is not right. Morally, logically, Brahmā is not correct, because instead of correcting Indra, he is telling Prithu Maharaj to stop the sacrifice. So Prithu Maharaj did not argue with Brahmā, just accepted, and Brahmā was pleased. Demigods were pleased. Everyone was pleased. So if similarly a devotee may perform an act, when management sees, authority sees, this act is not in line with the organization standard. If authority asks the devotee not to perform such activity, he should stop immediately without any argument. If one simply accepts the order of the authority, then his devotional opulence will increase. He can make a rapid advancement. He can please the authority, just like Parashara pleased Pulastya. Similarly, Prithu Maharaj pleased Lord Brahmā. So a devotee, simply if he follows the order of authority, then he can please his Vaishnavas. He can please Lord Krishna. In this way, he can make rapid advancement in devotional service. So here, 2 minutes I will take. So here, Lord Brahmā is requesting his son, Manu, to beget a child in the womb of your wife, exactly like you. So a duty of a father is to beget a son, qualified son. This is called yajña. Yajñārtat karmano anyatra lokayam karma bandhana. Tadartham karma kaunte mukta sangha samachara. If one beget a son, a devotee son, and gives the son to ISKCON or Hare Krishna movement, that is a sacrifice. That will please Krishna. A mother will get liberation simply by donating son to temple, ISKCON or Hare Krishna movement. Mother will get liberation. On the other hand, the father and mother beget a children for their own enjoyment. That will bind themselves and bind son also. So most important principle this is. One should, just like a man and a woman get married, they beget children. Why they want to beget children? They want to enjoy. Similarly, Lord has created. He is a supreme father. He has created everyone, everything for his pleasure. If a son does not follow the order of a father, father will not be happy. Similarly, if you do not follow the order of Krishna, because we are his eternal sons, it's a duty of son is to follow the order of Krishna. If we do not follow, neither will be happy, nor Lord will be happy. Just like a son does not follow order of father, father will not be happy, neither son will be happy, the entire family will not be happy. So if a son follows the order of father, then everything will be smooth, happy life. So Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, the entire Bhagavad Gita summarized in 3 verses. Krishna says, Mamaivamshu jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana manashashtani indriyani prakritisani karshadi. He says, you are my part and parcel. Krishna says that all the jivas are his eternal sons. They are struggling in this material world because of not following the order of father. No, he has established our relationship with the Lord. Describes about our relationship with the Lord. It's called Sambandha. Then next Krishna explains, Sarva dharman paradyacha mahamekam sharanam vraja am tvam sarva papepi moksheshaaya masucha. Generally people are carried away by Matru dharma, Pitu dharma, Desha dharma, Patni dharma. We follow. We want to follow our father, wife, children. But Krishna says, give up all this nonsense. You follow my principle, my direction, my instruction. Generally people, sometimes they follow, like one becomes Matru Bhakta, or Pitur Bhakta, or Patni Bhakta, or Desha Bhakta. Krishna says, you become my Bhakta, not become devotee of wife or father or son. You become my Bhakta, I will take care of you. Then what we should follow? Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyajima namaskuru mame vishyatyanti pratyāni priyosuni. Always think of me, become my devotee, chant my name, worship me, offer your rupees and salt to me. This one, abhideya, the process. Krishna establishes connection with us and we have to come out of this body concept of life, giving up all the so-called religious principle and follow the principle of Lord, instruction of Lord. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me. This is called abhideya. As a result of following this prayojana, you will come back to me without fail. I promise you. Krishna says, I promise you. You will come back to me. So by chanting the holy name, naturally we will become free from all the contamination. How? When Purport was explaining this, there was one reporter. How do you say? When one chants name of Krishna, how do you say Krishna go inside? How do you say Krishna goes inside? Generally, it's inconceivable when somebody chants the name of Krishna, how Krishna can go inside. So he was ironically, sarcastically was saying to Prabhupada, how do you say when you chant the name of Krishna, Krishna goes inside? Prabhupada said, when I call you a rascal, does it go inside or not? When I call you a rascal, does it go inside or not? It goes no, you get agitated, you get angry. When rascal can go inside, why can't Krishna can go inside? So, by chanting the holy name, by becoming a devotee, by preaching the message of Krishna, this is the order of Krishna. One has to execute the order of Krishna. When we execute the order of Krishna, then we are qualified to go back home, back to Godhead and enjoy with the Lord eternally. This is the purport of this verse. We don't have time, so I closed little early. Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki.